Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. How the heck are ya? Yes, I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady. This is the Open Chat, and yeah, I'm flying solo again today. Kate's father is visiting her in San Diego, and that's a very, very good thing. They haven't been able to see each other for about a year, or maybe about a year, because ever since the plague started, it was like, okay, we can't visit or anything like that. So they both have both of their vaccination shots, and they're good to go. So they're doing good stuff together, and that is a very, very good thing. And I am over here doing what I'm doing over here, and hoping that you guys are hearing what I have to say and seeing what I'm doing and stuff and things. How are ya? I'm seeing, let's see, I'm seeing some names I haven't seen in a while. Hi, Adelinda. Yay. And, well, here's Mage. And we see Christy, and I feel like Miss Barbara in Romper Room, with the magic mirror. It's been one of those days, I'll tell you. Oh, it's a good day. It is. Here in drizzly, rainy Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Uh, it's a very surprising day because I got out and did some stuff again. Okay, yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, nephrologist appointment. For those who are not familiar, that's a kidney specialist. And he was just listening to whatever I answered as far as his questions about symptoms and stuff like that, and looking like a deer in a headlight. Just had that frightened look on his face. I'm feeling fine, really, I am. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was really interesting, though, on yesterday and on today. Well, let's see. Saturday, I got out, walked up to the grocery store and got some stuff and did some things, and it was about a mile walk. And I did that again today. Um, got a few more groceries. I got some clothes because I've lost a lot of weight. And when I say I've lost a lot of weight, I mean I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 60 pounds since July of 2019. And that was one thing that got the doctor all sorts of frightened. I don't know if he believes me when I tell him that the weight loss was intentional. I mean, it really was. I wanted to lose weight, and I certainly did. Um, but yeah, I'm actually down to where I was when I began my transition 12 years ago. Um, I'd like to see if I couldn't lose another 20, get down to about 160, 165, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's where I was about 40 years ago, and I felt really, 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 really good. I liked it. Now, 40 years ago, I was 22 years old, so yeah, there may or may not be a little something different this time around. We will see. But so far, so good. As I say, I actually walked a mile to the Squall Mart twice, and I didn't throw up. This is a good thing. I'll take it. I'll take it. I really will. No, no, definitely not a good diet plan, Mage. No, I'm eating a lot less than I used to. I can't eat as much as I used to. I am physically not able to eat as much as I used to. I react badly to that. And it's not a bad thing as far as I'm concerned. Because, listen, kids, I stand 5'9", and I weighed 240 back in July of 2019. I wasn't feeling at my best. I was just too heavy. way too heavy. I like it down here, and I want to stay here. I don't want to get any lighter. Okay, that's definite. I've I've been lighter than this. There was a period when I was homeless that I dropped to 140, and I felt like shit, and it looked like shit. So don't want to do that. But if I stay here at 180, okay, that'll be okay. If I get down to 160 and feel good while I'm there, that'll be okay. And that's where I want to stay. Okay. The only problem with it is I have to buy new clothing now. Yeah, it's all sorts of fun. So that's a little bit of what I did today. I actually had to buy a couple of belts because it's kind of interesting when you have the belt in the loops on your jeans and you cinch it up and you run out of holes in the belt on the small side. And it's like, okay, I mean, the double extra large belt is just a little too large anymore. Um, yeah, I bought two belts, and hopefully they will be good for me. And I bought a skirt. Yay, show off my legs. Yeah, if you got them, flaunt them. It's the only good thing about me anymore. What do you have here, Mage? Mage says I'm about 5'9" and ranged about 140. Heaviest I've been was 175. Dropped to 90 after oh my word. 90 must not have been comfortable. No? That sounds like emaciated to me. Of course, you would tell me better how you felt at 90. I know that my skeleton probably weighs 90 pounds. I don't think I could ever manage to stay there and be comfortable at it. Just way, 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 way too light. Um, but yeah, 175, that's my high school weight. Um, okay, then. Yeah. But happily, hopefully, you're back up to a decent area and everything's good. Okay, I hope. Oh my word. Yeah, but yeah, that's an interesting thing going on though. I mean, I was talking about the doctor and everything. That's going to be fun. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep that up because each of those visits runs me about $100, about $25 to get there, $25 to get back home, $40 for the copay that they cannot waive anymore. Um, so, I mean, okay, I'll go as long as I can. And when I don't have the money to go anymore, then I won't. It's just the way it works. Um, I'm not sure that the doctor understands quite where I'm coming from because, oh, okay, Mage might be in the 150 range now. Haven't checked in a while. Okay, as long as it's comfortable for you. I mean, that's the thing. I couldn't do it. That's too skinny for me. But then again, as I say, my skeleton probably weighs 90 pounds, so maybe even a little bit more than that. Yeah, but as far as that goes, the interesting thing is that I don't quite understand how the mindset of doctors works. I really don't. Um, it almost seems to me sometimes that they are engineers or maintenance personnel or something like that. You know, that you are a piece of equipment, that they have to keep running no matter what. And they forget there's a person inside. Because he doesn't seem to quite get my attitude toward living and dying. I'm not in a rush to die. Okay, guys, don't get that idea. Because I'm really not. There's a lot of thought that I've got put into this. And it's just one of those things that you just think about. I mean, now that you're staring it in the face, and it's weird. When you're young, you're immortal. Yeah, I mean, you never consider that your life may be cut off. You never consider the end. Um, you can do anything. You can manage your way through anything, and it's all going to be fine. But after a while, and after a few years, little wear and tear on the parts. Okay. You start to get the idea where, okay, you're not going to last forever now, are you? And it's interesting because wrapping your head around not existing anymore is not an easy thing. I mean, there's going to come a time, and it's going to be fairly soon, when I don't exist anymore, when I die. Well, okay, when I quit breathing. We've got a couple things going on here, and I'm going to get back to that in a minute. But yeah, it's. I keep asking myself. I find myself asking myself, what's it going to be like to be dead? And then I have to stop and I have to say, wait a minute, Clarion. When you're dead, there's going to be no you to experience anything. So why are you even asking the question? All kinds of stuff like that. It's really, really weird. You understand the present by means of the past. I think I've talked about this in the past, where I've been in surgery a couple of times. I've been under general anesthesia, and the way I know that I was under general was I was conscious up until the point when the drip started, and then went under, and then consciousness picked up again after I started coming out of it, and there was a discontinuity. They're saying, okay, count back, and then all of a sudden, you're in a hospital bed in severe pain because, somebody took a hacksaw to you or something like that. And you sort of figure, okay, something must have happened in between. Thing is, my ex was good at telling me, when you're dead, it's just like being under anesthesia. No, it's not. Because there's no coming out of anything to know that you're dead. There's just nothing. What is that nothing? And there's no way to know it. It's just one of those things that you're never going to have an answer to. You have to live with that. All I want at this point, I want the transition to be as smooth as possible. I want it to be as free of, what's the word I'm looking for? I had the word and I can't even think of it. It's not a terrible thing. I don't want my very last thought, even if I don't remember what that thought is, to be a horrible thought. Don't want it to be uncomfortable. Let's put it that way. Colleen, hi, honey. Oh, a little bit this, little bit that. Go for me, go for you. How is that? And I see Beach. Hi, Beach. Yay! Oh man, today's one of those days. Yeah, all you folks coming by, and you're coming here, and you're saying Kate's not here, and you're saying, "Oh, why am I even here? What am I doing?" It's that Clarion person. I don't know. Mage says, and the bioelectric interactions that make up what we call you cease, and the physical construct begins a complex process of breaking down into its constituent parts. Uh huh. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my. And yeah, it's not. What was it that Hitchens said? It's not so much that the party's over. The party's still going on. You just can't be there. One of those things. And I don't know. It's you think about that stuff and you try not to dwell on it. But it's a little weird. When I was going to the doctor, taking Uber ride up there, I was looking out the window at the green stuff outside and everything else, and it was a very very intense green. Um, Something I haven't seen since I was high as a kite years ago. And I'm sometimes wondering if it wasn't telling me, hey, Clarion, this is the last you're going to see of this, at least, in the foreseeable future. I mean, it's coming. It is. I mean, I have to live with this. That the end is coming, and I just have to make as good use of what I've got left as I can. And I hope I can be decent with you. Hopefully, I can be decent with you folks in that period. And I hope you won't miss me too much. Okay. Colleen says, just got home from the DMV in urgent care. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Tell us the story. Hopefully everything's good. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I don't know which is worse, going to urgent care because you've got to be there or because a loved one's got to be there. Yeah, I know that feeling. Um, I hope all is well. I hope. We can see how that is. Um, but what can I say about that sort of thing? It's always hard to deal with. Ooh, boo-foo. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, when the body parts are telling you that the warranty is expired, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh my word. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Colleen. Colleen says I'd rather be there for me, even see anybody I love go there for them. Well, um, you cannot get away from that intense worry that's always there, no matter no matter what that person tells you, no matter what your medical providers tell you or anything. There's always that worry that it's just gonna go. um, yeah, when you're going there for you, it's no big deal. I mean, well, for me anyway. I mean, I know what the inside of a hospital looks like. And when you're there, you're too busy talking to doctors, having crushes on cute little candy stripers. You know how that goes. To worry about what's up. Then and it's only you. There's the interesting thing. Randy, hi. How you doing, honey? Yay. Yeah, it sounds bad. People tell you that it's a bad thing to think this way, but no, that's not really a bad thing, not as far as I'm concerned. You know, when you're there, it's only you. You can deal with that. It's when it's happening to somebody else, then it's a little more involved. It's a little more difficult to deal with. Um, so it's all that good stuff, and yeah, we're getting to work on that. And today, by the way, today's going to be a little short. It's not going to be 6 hours. Okay. I'm half asleep right now, so we're gonna do at least an hour, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, springtime in Pittsburgh, and what do we have? Oh yeah, says Harmonica Man. All right, yep. Oh my, yeah. I just was to the doctor, Randy, and so far so good. Wants to see me in about 6 weeks and get some lab results between now and then, and we'll see how I'm going. The only problem we've got, and I've already mentioned this, is about $100 per visit because it's $25 to get there, $25 to get back home, and $40 for the copayment. So I'll do that as long as I can, and then when there's no money to do it anymore, I just won't do it, and we're not going to worry about it. But we'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting to see how the lab results come back when I see him again in 6 weeks. The interesting thing is, most of you have heard this already, but for Randy's edification, twice I walked to the local Walmart for groceries, about a mile, and I did not throw up. Yay, yay, yeah. That's a good thing. Very, very good thing. Anyway, yeah, it's I'm looking out the window, and it's gray and it's drizzly. Hopefully, it's going to improve a little bit. I'd like to see the cloud cover break up a little bit. This is the thing about Pittsburgh. Down in the river valley here, it clouds over very easily, and especially in spring, it clouds over, gets the gray days going, and sometimes it's a little difficult to keep the smile on the face because it's easier for me to smile when it's sunny. And right now it's not sunny, but we're working on stuff and things and see how it goes. While I'm at it, you know what I'm going to do? If nobody minds, I'm just kind of winging it here. Let's see. Okay, Vödars. Yes. Okay, we got the hourly 5 cast. And it says at 8 p.m. we are supposed to have a light rain, 67 degrees. Okay. Yeah, I was actually able to get out there in shirt sleeves. Did not need a jacket or anything like that. That was a good thing. I like that. Um, so hopefully it's gonna stay warm and everything. And oh yeah, oh my, I can't even do that anymore because Walmart isn't open in the middle of the night anymore. Um, yeah, a friend of mine used to work the night shift. I'd see him there all the time. We were neighbors in one of the apartment buildings I lived in, maybe, I don't know, about 30 years ago. And I hadn't seen much of him in years. And then I'm shopping for something at Walmart, whatever it is, and I see a familiar, hey, Clems, how you doing? You know, one of those things. Um, and it's amazing. He's a sweetie, but for some reason he could never get accustomed to calling me Diana, because he knew Edward. Um, but oh well, he calls me Ed all the time. It's okay, no big deal. Um, Not worried. I haven't seen him in a while though. I don't know what's up. Um, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I actually got. Oh, you should have seen. You talk about the Walmart. They had some beautiful strawberries there. I mean, we're talking strawberries the size of softballs. Well, not quite, but close. Um, so it was this thing that I had to get the strawberries, and then I had to get angel food cake, and I had to get vanilla ice cream, and I had to get that fake whipped stuff that they have, and yeah, I'm gonna end up with strawberry shortcake. Yum yum, yay, tasty, yummy, and good stuff. And I mean, I can allow myself a little bit of a what do you want? A treat. Yeah, that's a good thing. A little bit of a treat, and I haven't had short, I haven't had strawberry shortcake in a hell of a long time, almost a year. But what do we have going on? We got all kinds of stuff. I saw earlier today that allegedly the Pope is allowing trials of clergy in courts other than the really, really special courts. I don't know exactly what this means. I don't know if they are finally being exposed to justice or if it's just a different brand of protectionism going on. We're going to see what happens with that. Um, I'd really like to see the criminals in the Roman Catholic Church finally face uh, some degree of some degree of accountability um, for the things they do, and not being sheltered away. Oh, Mage, I am so jealous. Mage says the weather has been almost in the 90s and no clouds, so taking walks outside is kind of out there. Oh my, I could do with a little of that. Now, we're not going to see that for a while. This is typical Pittsburgh spring, and a lot of clouds, a lot of rain. May and December are like that. So, you just deal with it. Well, I've been dealing with it for what now, 32 years? It amazes the shit out of me, as far as that goes. I've lived half my life here, and I never realized, or I never expected that something like that would happen. That I would find myself calling Pittsburgh home. I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse than calling Cleveland home. Josiah, hi, honey. Oh, my word. I saw your tweet. 10 months. That is absolutely beautiful. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, man, you're on a good roll. We're liking it. Uh huh. Josiah's a big sweetie. Everybody cheers Josiah on for 10 months off the sauce. Hey, that's good stuff. I don't know. Is Nadine good for you? Is that the way it works? Oh, do I know what a capacitor? Yes, I know what a capacitor is. Where does this come from? Yeah, I used to do quite a bit of breadboarding back when you used to be able to go to Electrode Hut and pick up parts. It's not as easy to get component parts anymore. You have to order them online in bulk. Yay! Uh huh. But yeah, I used to do some circuit design a long time ago. I haven't done it in ages. Um, and it's amazing. I've done a little bit of everything, and I'm good at absolutely none of it. But yeah, it's when you got a head like mine that is interested in almost everything, um, you get involved in all kinds of things. And what do we have? Okay, yeah, uh huh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. Yeah, Skeptic Mafia says I can build circuits in virtual reality. Um, that sounds like it could be a shitload of fun because back in the day, you had to spend money for the parts and everything. I mean, they weren't extremely expensive or anything like that, but still. And then you had to mess up your work table and everything else. But now it's so easy to just do a simulator, and you can reasonably well figure out how it's going to act if you actually build it. So it's a little less of a problem. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll have to look around for an electronic parts simulator. I mean, I do have a winch hit system, unfortunately, and I don't know that there's anything out there for Unix or not, but I maybe get one for Winchit. Um, just not sure what I'd build. Think of something. What the hell? Um, yeah. Easy decision, not an easy action. I kind of know the way that one works. Um, I don't know that I was going to be hurting anybody with my smoking, but that was an interesting thing. Yeah, I quit 3 years ago. Well, almost 3 years, and it's great not not doing the smoking thing anymore. I just wish I could be saving money at it. Yeah, because the money I'm not spending on tobacco, I'm spending on other shit. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, what do we have? Yeah, it's just one of those things. Um, and then, yeah, that's the other thing I can do. I went to the bank, as I said, and while I was there, I bought some quarters. Now I can do some laundry. I haven't done laundry, and nobody wants to know how long it's been since I've done laundry. Okay, I've worn every piece of clothing I have at least twice. Because what's going on, I think a lot of you know that there's been a coin shortage while this plague has been going on. And there's emails going out and about to the various banks and stores that it's picking up again, that there's another, what do you want to call, another wave of coin shortage. Um, so, yeah, I actually bought a couple of rolls of quarters, and maybe tomorrow I can go downstairs and actually do some of my laundry and actually have clean clothing to wear. That'll be fun. I'll love every minute of that, let me tell you. Um, and then, like I said, just sort through my clothing. Um, it'll be interesting to see what fits and what doesn't fit. And this time around, when I say doesn't fit, I mean fall off of me. Um, because I'm already down. I bought a pair of jeans on Saturday, and well, today I bought a skirt. Um, they were size 12, where I was wearing like a size 16 or a size 18. So I've dropped in size, which is a good thing. I like that. Um, it's just that you have to spend the money to get the new clothing that'll fit you decently and everything, and that's just the way it goes. Oh well, what are you gonna do? These things happen. Um, what's everybody else been up to? I mean, we've got good news from Skeptic Mafia. We've got good news from Josiah. We've got good news from Mage. I hope everybody else has all kinds of good news. That would be good. Good news is good. Always good. Let me have a look over here and let's see if we've got anything interesting happening. Oh my. Oh yay. Oh my, oh my. What? This is interesting. I just looked at Twitter. Um, Kate just put a Twitter up. Um, Apparently, Facebook decided to permanently disable her account for a post from 4 years ago. The picture from which has been since deleted. Their idiotic algorithm decided it was Kate threatening suicide. What the hell is it with? What is it with Facebook anyway? Have they gone off the deep end or what? Is anybody else out here having troubles with Facebook? I mean, I haven't been to Facebook in a very long time. There are people I haven't talked to in a long time because they refuse to use anything but Facebook. Um, I mean, I've been hearing people talking about how crazy Facebook is that they'll they'll shut you down for anything. And here we have something from Kate saying she's getting shut down, and she relied on Facebook to get news out there and about there and everything else. And I don't understand. I don't understand any of it. And the thing is, you've got something like that happening. Um, some screwy shutdown for whatever, which is probably absolutely nothing, but they think it is. But they will still allow misinformation and disinformation and Proud Boys and who the hell knows what else. Um, and they won't do anything about that stuff. I don't understand what is going through those little Facebooky minds of theirs. I don't get it. Well, okay, so I guess we're going to have a lot to talk about on Sunday because I'm going to let her rant if she cares to. And, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Well, Josiah, you're asking good news from me? Well, I don't know. I'm not dead yet. I don't know if that's good news or bad news. Oh my, but yeah, were you here when I said 2 days already I've walked a mile and didn't throw up? That's pretty good. I like that. Um, Facebook has an agenda. I just wish I knew what it was. I mean, just that little bit. Knowing what the heck is up with them, knowing what they are thinking. I mean, it wouldn't fix anything, but it might be a little something to uh, a rationale. At least you know why they're doing whatever it is they're doing. You don't agree with it, but you know why. Um, they don't know why, do they? Are they simply just reacting? Oh my. No, it's craziness. It's absolute craziness. And yeah, I think you can see, well, some other news going on over here. I think you can see over my shoulder. I've got some water changing to do in that little box behind me there, that box of green water. So we're going to see how that goes. We should riot. Yeah, I like that. Oh my. I don't know. It's getting to the point where I don't give a shit anymore. And it's a bad way to think. Um, because I should care about what anybody is doing to anybody else. I mean, especially um, those in the LGBT community who are getting shat on by the fascists in government now. I saw a an article a couple days ago that allegedly the fascists were easing up on their treatment of trans kids, and no, don't believe it. No, as far as I can tell, the trans folk are still on their agenda. I'm still in harm's way. The kids are still in harm's way. They're just looking at what to do next. Because it's what's really interesting about this. You see all these bills being introduced, and the criminalizing medical treatment for kids. But it didn't start until just recently. Since the election, really. And then the bathroom bills, if you remember those, they didn't start until the marriage equality became real. So yeah, it's always a matter of these, whatever they are, need someone to hate, someone to attack. And I guess we are just the next on the list. Oh, my Meg, you found Cracker Jack at the Dollar Tree. All right. I don't know. Now, oh, there's what you need to do, honey. You need to send her some. 'Cause can't you get Cracker Jack through Amazon? You can do something with her wish list. Send her a shitload. Oh my word, yes. Oh, that is something I just remembered. Um, why was it that I had forgetted it? I don't know, but I had. I actually got some fleurs. Yay! Um, yeah, the nursery at Walmart got some flowers in and stuff like that, and I was able to see some good stuff, and got a little hanging basket, and I will put that up in the window. sometime before this week is over. Okay, 3 1-ounce packs of Cracker Jack for $1. All right. I um I never had very much Cracker Jack when I was young. I don't. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that there were a lot of things I just never got to have. Some of it was never allowed, and some of it just never came up. Um, I do know though that I was able to track the toys. I remember when you used to get a decent prize in a box of Cracker Jack. Now it's just a piece of paper anymore. If you get anything at all, do you even get anything in a box of Cracker Jack anymore? Um, I mean, you used to get little metal toys or then plastic toys, but of course we're talking, when I was young, and even before that. I think it was plastic toys in the '60s, and it might have been metal toys in the '30s. See how everything fades away. Everything has to fade away. Nothing lasts forever. I've said it before. Clarion isn't going to last forever, so get used to it, kids. What I'd love to be able to do. I don't know that I'd be able to manage this, but maybe we can start kicking some ideas around. I would really, really like to have a picnic or a party or something where you get people together from all over the place. If we could find a way to ship people out here to Pittsburgh, or let's find another place where we can ship people and we all get together and have a grill steaks or hamburgers or something and pitch horseshoes and have a hell of a good time. I remember I went to the protest, the Mark Encounter protest in July of '19. Purple came out here and took me out to the protest, and just being with the people out there was an amazing thing. It was a beautiful thing just to be among people. I got to see Jeff Strike. That was the first of 2 times that I was able to see him in person. And now you're talking, Mage. Lamb and barbecued ribs. You know what? When I was at the Squall Mart today, I happened to see a pork shoulder chop. And it talked to me. It said, "Clarion, take me home." So I got a pound of lamb chop, and I've got to see what I can do with it. Because I haven't had lamb in I don't know how long. And I love lamb. My ex used to make a point of looking for managers' specials. And when she would find lamb on sale, she'd pick up, 3 or 4 pounds of this stuff, and I'd figure out something to do with it, slow cook it or something like that, and used to be pretty darn good, and I just haven't had any of that in a long time. I mean, well, she and I broke up, 2009. So that's, like 12 years ago. And it's been that long since I've had lamb for dinner. So I want to do something about that. So I found the lamb chop today, and I found a breast of lamb a while back, and it's been sitting up in the freezer. I'll have to do something with that. What do we have here? Meach says, if the barbecue place is letting people in, I might go for all you can eat barbecue baby back ribs after I get my second shot. Oh my. Oh, Randy, are you buffering? Okay, I haven't noticed any of it. So I guess it's your connection. I hope something will work. Really, I do. Oh man, yeah, baby back ribs. Shit, I haven't had ribs in ages, and I love ribs. Um, I used to make a really, really, really good, if I have to say it myself, really good country ribs. Um, made the sauce from scratch. I mean, absolute scratch. We're talking about starting with tomatoes from the vine and just go with that and cook that for hours. And it's something I haven't done in, oh God, 30 years. Um, it's amazing when I think about things. How glibly I can toss away. I haven't done this in 30 years. And, and that's, like only half of my life. I mean, if I make it there, in July will be my 64th birthday. And it's an amazing thing when I think about it. I can remember when I was in my early teens, I was thinking ahead and thinking, okay, at the turn of the century, I will be 43 years old. So at that time, I had a picture of myself in my 40s. Never thought of myself in my 50s. Never thought of myself in my 60s. Absolutely not. But here I am. Here I am, 63 years old. I never thought I'd get here. Um, but yeah, I tell you, skeptic, um, lamb is such yummy and tasty, but it is expensive. And the only reason I was able to get any with this plague that we've got going on, um, we've had a largesse with the food stamps, and for the last year I've been getting the maximum allowable food stamps every month. So I'm getting $200 a month in food stamps. I can't spend it all quickly enough. I mean, I'm sitting on maybe $900 food stamp balance. Um, so as far as that goes, I know it's going to end. When the plague's over, they're going to cut that out, and eventually I'm going to end up using up all the food stamps, and I'm going to have to pay cash for foodstuffs, and that's not going to be fun. But I don't know, the way I've been eating lately, maybe it's not going to be all that expensive either. Um, I mean, I cannot, as I said before, eat the way I used to. I am simply not physically able to eat the way I used to eat. A 12-ounce bag of salad is a little bit almost too much for me. Um, and I remember not that long ago there was a time, yeah, uh huh. Well, that's been most of a year that's been accumulating, Colleen. As I say, I get $200 a month, and I can't spend it all, and it's accumulating and accumulating. And I don't want Pennsylvania to hear me say it because they'll say, "Oh, okay, let's take it away from her." Oh my word, yeah. Oh, I have no idea what I was saying, but that's okay. It's no big deal. Um, but yeah, I remember now. There was a point where I was feeling hungry, and I hadn't quite figured out what's going on yet. So the way I used to, I made a half dozen eggs and some bacon, and I'm eating the half dozen eggs and the bacon, and it got to be too much, and it decided it wasn't going to stay there. And that's basically when I realized, um, yeah, I just can't eat the way I used to. And in a way, it's a good thing. In a way, it's a little worrisome. Yeah. Oh, rice. Yummy. Yeah. Pork fried rice. Now you're talking, Mage. Mix it with egg and pulled pork. Yeah, oh my word, I've got rice sitting around here I haven't been into in a while. I'm going to have to see if there's anybody taking up residence in it. Um, because there for a while I was making a whole bunch of fried rice, and I haven't done that in a while. Do I think the word dozen will fade out? I don't know. Why would it? Um, you have anything going on in your mind about that one? It's an interesting thought. I mean, does anybody deal with dozens anymore? I mean, do you have dirty dozens? In case you guys remember the dirty dozen, or a baker's dozen. There's another one for you. I could not tell you. There are a lot of things I don't know, and this is one of them. Oh, yay. Yeah, there you go. Oh, my. A rice cooker is always, always, always a good thing to have. I've got one of the cheap. Well, actually, I have two of them. Um, the cheap ass rice cookers. And took a little while, but I finally got to the point where I got the proportions of rice and water correct, and the rice for my fried rice doesn't clump together anymore, and that's a good thing. Yeah, metric system is base 10. The interesting thing, I don't know how many people know this, but when the U.S. was seriously looking at the System International, the metric system, and I'm talking about 1789 here when I'm talking about that. There was talk about a metric day or a metric time, where a day would be 10 hours, and I think an hour would be 100 minutes or something like that, and a minute would be 100 seconds, and it just never caught on. But yeah, that would have been interesting. Yeah, Colleen just uses a pot. Okay. Yeah. Well, my big thing is getting the rice and the water right. Um, and then, of course, the rice type. That's the other one. The short grained Uncle Ben's rice just doesn't do it for me anymore. Basmati is a really nice one. A long grained rice for fried rice. Yes, yes, Mage. That's where I was referring. And yeah, that never did catch on. Nobody wanted that one. Uh huh. Yeah. Oh my. Well, today I've been filling myself up on lemon lime popsicles. So. That was, yeah, I decided, along with the ingredients for strawberry shortcake, I bought a bag of lemon lime popsicles, and I've been eating those all damn day, and I've been eating too damn many of them, but that's just the way it works. Moderation, Clarion, those two don't go together. Absolutely not. Um, but I mean, that's just the way it is, and it's the way it are, and it's the way it will be. And as I say, at least it's a good thing. Being physically unable to eat the way I used to, maybe I can keep my weight down. Um, 'Cause as I say, I was amazed. I was just floored, taken aback, whatever else you want to call it, when I found out that Aaron Ra and I tipped the scales at the same number. And don't forget, he's a bit taller than I am. Yep. So I like it down here. It's okay. As I say, if I stay at 180, um, I won't complain. Do you think we will be able to create self replicating robots? Actually, that might not be all that difficult. Um, I mean, if you can get the robots to operate the equipment to make the raw materials, and then assemble the stuff into the finished machines that would make the parts for the robots. Yeah, I mean, okay, they're not going to sexually reproduce or anything like that, but they perhaps could build. A robot could build the next generation of robots. I don't see where that's impossible. Yeah, um, just a matter of getting that done. Now the whole point is, are you going to get to the sci-fi robots decide they don't need us anymore? And I don't think that's going to happen because the wetware involved in human cognition is not easily replicable in silicon. So yeah, we may be safe for a while. Mage, I think I'll have dessert first. I pronounce it more like dessert. Not sure if that's normal or just me. I don't know. I don't know if it's good to say dessert or desert or I have no fucking idea. Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm just getting giddy over here. Like I said, I'm half asleep anyway. So, wait a minute. It says Chrome couldn't update to the latest version, so you're missing out on new features and security fixes. Well, hey, such is the life, and we'll deal with that as we deal with it. I'd rather not it up. I'd rather it not update on me in the middle of a show anyway. Even if we replicated it, we can still add programming to it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a robot would replicate all its code onto another robot. Well, again, I can see that being done. As a matter of fact, I have written self-modifying code. God, I did that a while back. It was very, very simple, but the code actually adapted itself to the conditions at hand. And it was fun doing that. It really was. It was an assembly language. I used to, if I have to say it myself, years and years and years ago, I used to be a crack assembler programmer. But I don't even know how to do it anymore. The machines have changed so much. It would be interesting to look up and learn how to write in protected mode and write device drivers and shit like that. But there are all sorts of things I think about and all sorts of things I'd like to do and all sorts of things I never get around to doing. Okay, okay. Skeptic says, if it is possible, I think it could lead to robot evolution because every clone is not built exactly the same. Um, it's an interesting thought. I mean, it would be easier to make exact copies of silicon than it would be to make exact copies of protein. But yeah, you could end up with some sort of evolutionary thing going on. Oh, yay! Major's dad was a programmer. Yeah, I miss I miss programming. I haven't done it in a long time. I mean, I would do it recreationally, even recently, within the last 10 years. Um, I just haven't got around to it. It's something I have to do. There are some things I'd like to do. Some stuff I would like to modify and maintain or whatever. One of them being a double entry accounting system. Because one of the things I did way back in my Code Monkey days was accounting systems. Manufacturing accounting was my specialty, and then I spent a lot of time with systems programming as well. You went where the you went where the paycheck was. Hey, Vonrek, hi, honey. Yay! All the fun people are here. Oh man. Yeah, it's get accustomed to it here, kids. Hopefully, we're back to normal on Sunday. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Because Kate may decide she likes not being around me. Oh, my. Here we go. What do we have? If robots are able to collect their own raw materials and reproduce, they may be able to fight wars for us so that no blood has to be shed. Okay. My next question then is why even bother with the wars? If you can fight wars by proxy, then can you just dispense with the need for them? Normal. When have we been normal? I'm not normal. I don't want to be normal. Normal's boring. Yeah, absolutely boring. Yeah, I was noticing the notice that came up earlier that Chrome wasn't able to update itself, and I'm starting to wonder because this thing is giving me an FSEC Every time I boot it, it's saying that it was not cleanly unmounted. I don't know what the hell is happening here. I may have to reinstall the broadcast system, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to any of that shit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Um, yeah, pretty much. We invented chess to fight wars by proxy. Haven't played chess in ages. Used to play quite a bit when I was in high school. Yeah, those two words. Because in a couple of years, it'll be 50 years since I graduated high school. Isn't that something? I graduated high school in 1974. And I know quite a few people who were freaking born in 1974. Makes you feel old. Makes you feel ancient. Or as they say in the old country, they say "da which I have it on good authority from Wonder Lady, means yes, fermentation. Oh man, it's amazing though. It really is. It is here in this time zone 2013 hours, and I can still see outside the window. It's beautiful. I like it when the sun has not gone way below the horizon by now. Von part of the chess club, never played chess. Okay. I was a member of the chess club. I was a member of the astronomy club too. Oh man, the astronomy club. We had a hell of a good time. We had a lot of fun. I miss those kids. Several of them are no longer with us. We built an 8-inch Newtonian telescope and used it quite a bit during the period we were active as the astronomy club. One of the kids still has it. I think it's at his mother's house. It's kind of unfortunate that it was not handed down, if you will. The astronomy club just sort of faded into nothing after the youngest of us graduated. Um, yeah, by 1976, I don't think there was an astronomy club anymore. But yeah, it was. Oh my. The one thing I wanted to do, and unfortunately the slimy bastards just gave me all kinds of shit about it. I've mentioned the summer cottage that my grandparents had, Babka and Detko. Um, I made the mistake of mentioning that I kind of thought it would be a fun idea to get the kids together, for a weekend and take the scope out to the cottage. We can get some money together and have a rental fee or whatever that Babka might want, um, and spend a weekend out there and make astronomical observations with the scope and the whole bit. And she, especially the female slimy bastard, yelling about, "I don't even trust any of you," and all that other shit. And well, that didn't go anywhere. God, we could have had a hell of a good time, really. And oh well, what are you gonna do, right? Um, and you can't even find a decent dark sky anymore. I think there's one dark sky site within 50 miles of me, and there's no way I'm getting there because you really need a motor vehicle to get there, and it's one of the things I don't have. You know, you can't afford one, so you don't have one. Such is the life. But, and then, yeah, as far as the astronomy club went, those of us who are still around, we're all over the country now. One of us went to work for Boeing in Seattle. Um, I'm here in Pittsburgh. One of us is with the Forestry Service in California. I think there are still a couple left in Cleveland, but just a couple. One tried out being a Byzantine priest. Figured out he didn't like it, so he left the order. Yeah, we've got a interesting group. One was an English professor for years. Uh, she's no longer with us. Yeah, I've had the honor of a couple of desert nights, and the Sonora Desert. Oh my God, it was beautiful out there. I could almost live there, but there's this thing that I kind of like that's called water, and it's kind of difficult for me to live without it. Um, I was out there in the mid '80s, about '84. There's a little here, a little there. I don't know where I'd like to spend my last days. I mean, there's always Pittsburgh, but I mean, if I could afford Chicago, I'd be living there right now. But Chicago's a little bit expensive. I miss the place, I really do. I'm happy that I was able to take a stop there on my way to the solar eclipse. Back in 2017, I spent 3 days in Chicago, and I hadn't been there in literally 30 years. I mean, I was in Chicago in 2017, and the time before that was 1987. So, oh man, Skeptic Mafia, I'd love to be able to go to the moon. I really would. I'd almost like to die there. But, of course, that's not going to happen. Uh huh. Yeah. I, uh, I just love the beauty, the grandeur of nature. And, I've been associated with people who give me a hell of a hard time with, what is it with you and trees and stuff like that. And, well, I mean, we each have our preferences, and I would take flying through the Grand Canyon before I would take Manhattan. Definitely. I mean, if you like Manhattan, go for it. But it's not for me. I mean, I didn't mind seeing a game at Yankee Stadium. Don't get me wrong. Um, the old Yankee Stadium before they pulled it down. That was one for the bucket list. So I've seen a game at the old Yankee Stadium. I've seen a game at Wrigley. I'd like to go back and see another one. Um, I'd like to see a game at Fenway. I don't know that I'll be able to get there or not. We'll have to see what happens. But when you look at the list of things other than um, going into the Grand Canyon, that's about the end of it right there. Just a couple of the classic stadia that are still left. It's just too bad I was never really able to get to any of the others. I was never able to see a game at Tiger Stadium. Never able to see a game at Comiskey. Um, of course, they don't exist anymore. Yeah. Um, living in cities. Well, that's where the work is, I guess. And then where there's smoke, there's work. But just to be able to see the beauty of a landscape. That's where it is for me. The more densely packed you get, the less I like it. And there's something strange about me, though. I don't like large cities, but I love Chicago. I don't get it either. Um, yeah, I like that. Think smarter, not harder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works. Easy my debt to liking to making, on for to into. What am I talking about? I haven't the slightest idea. Oh my. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that one. Absolutely, absolutely. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Um, I'd like to figure out how to manage sustenance farming. Grow enough for me. Were I lucky enough to have a loved one living with me, we have enough for ourselves. Maybe a little extra for market. Who knows? That would be wonderful. I think about it from time to time. I think about the possibility of living year round on Kelly's Island in Lake Erie. This is where my grandparents had their summer cottage. The um, the problem with there is that, oh my word, the winters can be brutal out on the lake. So what do you do? Easy am I not to knowing. Well, as I say, I'll have my, what do you want to call it? My imagination. That's going to have to carry me through. It'll be okay. I would just love to get together with you folks once before I die. Yeah, we can do that. I don't know. What are you going to manage? I don't know. What else do we have going? What's up? We don't want this to go down the pipes. Oh my. Yeah, it's as I said, I found some fleurs and I will put them in a pot and hang them in the window. And you kids can see that stuff. I've got some nice colors and everything in here. And we can figure out what else is going on. Oh well. We're starting to roll a little more slowly, aren't we? Well, you're not the only one, Von Rick. My life is largely boring. I don't know. I think I'm too old for the excitement anymore. Oh my. I never was one for the excitement, really. Oh my. First violet Jasper tomato. Hey, I like it. Skeptic Mafia says if you know how to make a solar powered automatic tractor, it may be possible to sit back and watch the tractor do all the work. Yeah, why not, man? Oh. What I'd like is that plot growing dinner and a pond or a little lake or something like that, and work on a way to keep it stocked. And have fresh fish for dinner. Tasty and yummy fresh fish. I miss those days. I've talked about it before. When my uncle and I would go fishing out on Lake Erie. Oh man, yeah, the long, long walks. Um, what I'd like to be able to do, I don't know that I will be able to do this because it is a bit of exertion. I don't know if I can manage it anymore with my health. Um, Starting here in Pittsburgh and going south, we have the Great Allegheny Passage, um, hiking and biking trail. Used to be a railroad right away. And you can actually bike down this trail and stop in little camping areas and camp overnight. You know, go from here and then all the way down into. I think you might be able to get into South Carolina. You know, for those adventurous enough. Something I wouldn't mind being able to do, but as I say, I don't know. I don't know if my health is enough for it anymore. Um, See how it goes. Yeah, this is what happens when you get old and the parts start wearing out. Yeah, Skeptic Mafia, that is strange. When Skeptic Mafia goes for a walk in the sun, it sometimes feels depressed. Um, the bright sunlight really picks up my mood. I mean, I can feel like absolute shit, but if I get out in the sun, it's an immediate difference. Um, and this is why I have such a hard time in the winter. And each year, the seasonal affective disorder gets worse. So I mean, it may come to the point where at the end of September, I get in bed under the blankets, and I don't come out until June. But yeah, I mean it's getting nice now. I'm feeling the little bit of a pickup because we even when it's mostly cloudy here in May, we still get some sun occasionally, and by the time June rolls around, we're gonna have some sun, and it'll feel pretty good, and I can grill a steak outside, and yeah, the landlord provided a couple of picnic tables, so that's a nice thing. Yeah, well, me and son, we have a love-hate relationship there, Von Rick. Um, I'm damn near Irish when it comes to the sun. I burn within minutes. And oh, that's the other thing I've got to do. Thank you for reminding me in a roundabout way. Um, I did order a 23andMe. It's sitting here on my desk. And I'm going to have to drool into a container and see what my DNA looks like. That ought to be interesting. Everybody tells me that I look Irish, and I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how it all goes. Oh my. But I need to make some soup. I have I have potatoes, I have milk, I have onions. Definite soup. Oh my Von Rick, yeah. Uh huh. I got nailed with heat stroke, and that made me sensitive. When I first came out here, I had a lot of work to do on my motor vehicle. Say I still had one at the time, and to get it up to Pennsylvania standards, I had to do had to do a lot of body work. And working inside that car in the hot sun, I ended up with heat stroke. Not yet, Von Rick. I have to do that this week. I have to spit in my kit. But my girlfriend had to drag me into a bathtub because, yeah, I was heat stroke the whole bit. And I've been extremely sensitive since then. So it's something to be careful about. Yeah, at the Ark Encounter protest, I got a heck of a suntan, and it may be possible even now, almost 2 years on, to see the pattern of the sandals I was wearing in my feet because of the way my feet tanned. Oh man, That was interesting the way that worked. I'd love to be able to get out to another Ark Encounter protest. I would. I don't know what's going to happen or not. I don't know that there's going to be one this year, and I don't know if I'm going to live to next year. We'll see. I mean, if the couple of walks that I took to Squalmart without throwing up are any indication, maybe I've got a little longer than I thought. Which I don't know. Wouldn't be that bad. I don't know that I would complain that much. Yep. White the lobster. You got it. Uh huh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think about going to one of those old roadside camp stops where you can rent a cabin for a week. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Mage says Florida has proposed legislation that prevents social media from banning politicians from their platform. Um, I want to see how that's written. I definitely want to see how that's written. Because you see what can go wrong when you let an unbridled idiot loose on social media. He just started a blog today, didn't he? Um, it could be it could get interesting when you consider, okay, can you ban a person holding political office? Okay, in other words, can you ban a senator from social media, or can you ban a president from social media, as opposed to the individual person holding that office? Okay, and could you be prevented from banning the president of the United States while still being able to ban Donald Trump? That sort of thing. That's an interesting question to consider. Um, what do you get into when you start looking at that? But yeah, I'd like to see I'd like to see the resident Floridian up here a little bit more, but I know she's taking care of her mother and everything. And and of course our bombardier. Um, so yeah, Tornado and Momnado, I'd like to see them here a little bit more, but I know that it's not always practical. So we'll see what's going on with all that and everything else. Oh my word. Have I eaten up an hour and 40 minutes already? I don't know, kids. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay. We can see a little bit of what's going on. I see that, yep, there's a little bit of Sylvia visible. There she is. Taking up residence on my thigh. She seems to like it here. I don't know. No accounting for taste. No accounting for taste at all. Right. Some people's kittens. I'm waiting for the plague to be over so I can go into the vet's office with her. Never mind this curb drop off. Oh my, so much to do and so many things to take care of, and I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anything. Well, I know a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing. And they say that Lawrence Krauss knew a lot about nothing, but what do you have here? I'd like to see these social media platforms treated as public utilities and have First Amendment protected extended to them. Okay. Yeah, it is a thought. Yeah, because this is an interesting thing that when you think about this, um, with social media, when you consider the office and the person who holds it. Yeah. Okay, so Major's a jerk of all trades. I like it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you six kids are still putting up with me. I really don't. I know you're always just here for Kate. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah. But yeah, let's see how we're going to do things today. Well, I know what I'm going to do today. I mean, when this show's over, I'm going to head into the bed and I'm going to go night night. And then tomorrow, I guess I'll see if I can make some soup. And I found a recipe for a Mediterranean flavored braised lamb chop. So I may have to do something with that. I may have to see how that may have to see how that works. I'll have to see if I have enough stuff for it. And if I don't have the stuff for it, I'll have to take another walk. Um, I know I have fresh rosemary. It's growing on the windowsill. Um, I don't know whether I have tomato stuff. And if I don't have tomato stuff, do I get it in cans or do I get actual tomatoes? I'm tempted to get actual tomatoes. That would be fun. I'd like that. I know what I'm going to do here. While I'm at all this, I'm going to download Google Chrome. And see if I can't, after the show is over, see if I can't reinstall it. I don't know, is this going to let me, oh, there we go, there we go. We're going to save the file, okay? And that way I will have a copy of it. Bingo! You like on that. It is there. Okay, so we can do that. And we can come back to you kids now. What are you guys up to? Prefer cans for consistency. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's I don't know. Is it on the desktop or did I put it somewhere else? Um, I has to find. See if we can find the yummy and the tasty. Oh my, oh my, oh my. It must be on another of the machines. I don't see it here. God, it's amazing though when you have four machines, just keeping track of them all. Okay. Okay then, can't do shopping anymore, and husband is horrid at producing picking. Mmm. I've got to get my arse moving. I really do, because there's so many things I want to cook and film while I'm cooking them. But it's just a matter of getting out of bed. Because I do get scared from time to time. I mean, the energy level is down. And that is one of the things they say goes along with kidney failure is fatigue. We'll have to see how things go as we route ourselves into summer. Oh my! But that is the way it is when it is as it is. Let me look at the Twitter feed really quickly. See if there's anything new. Oh my. One of my followers says the heating oil bill came this afternoon, $894. Wow. I am so lucky. Um, this apartment holds the heat very well. I mean, I get $200 a year from the state energy fund, and I have yet to spend anything out of my own pocket for heat in the 3 years I've lived here. You'll have to see how that goes. Now, summer. Summer's another story. I don't know whether I'm going to have to run the air conditioner at all this summer. It was close last year. There were times I really should have turned on the air conditioning, but I didn't because I didn't have the extra cash to pay for it. um, I did some testing when I first moved in here and discovered that it cost about $5 a day to run the air conditioning. So if you run it every day for a month, you're talking $150. And, that's money I haven't had. And I don't know if I'm going to have it if I have to pay $100 a month or so to see a nephrologist. We'll see what happens there. But we'll work out that, and we'll see what happens with it and everything else. And what I did last year, those times that I wanted to run the air conditioner but decided to not do it, pulled out a swimsuit and got into the shower with the swimsuit, okay, and then drench myself and then step out and air dry. And that evaporative cooling really, really helped. It did. I'm going to turn my desk chair into a swimming pool, but it still worked. So, I mean, I can still do that if I have to. And, yeah, all kinds of stuff. What do we have? Mage was looking at pork fried rice. Okay. It sounds like tasty and yummy, actually. I may have to. I may have to make some fried rice and then divide it into portions. I mean, I've got Tupperware containers here. Um, so I could make a whole. I could make a wok full of fried rice and have it for a week. I'm one of these people who doesn't mind eating the same thing, 6 days in a row. I've done it before. I can do it again. It's not a hard. It's not a difficult thing. Oh my. Do I think that ultrasound induced lysis will be the future of basic sanitation? Hmm. It's an interesting thought. Well, you still have to do something with the slop after you get through ultrasounding it. So you have to work that out. The Brezhnev. It'll be interesting to see. I won't see it. I know that, but that's the fun stuff. There's the stuff that the kids, the high school kids, are just starting to think of right now. That'll be coming in the future. Stuff I won't see, and I can only wonder what they're thinking of and what there will be. Yeah, same thing to eat for a week. It's tolerable if you can, you find the right thing to eat. And yeah, you can eat. I mean, for example, if I make chicken paprikash, which I haven't made in ages and I really need to make, I can eat that for an entire week because you have the chicken, and then you have the dumplings, and you have the sauce, and you make an extra batch of dumplings, and you make an extra batch of sauce, and you eat that for a fucking week, and it's yummy and it's tasty. Oh hell yeah. Um, or another one is I'd make a pot of halushki, and that would be good for 6 to 7 days. With a large enough head of cabbage. Hell yeah. Because a head of cabbage and a couple of onions and a bag of noodles, that'll go a long way. And, well, that's something else I've got in the freezer. I've got a slab of brisket up in the freezer. And that's saying Reuben sandwich to me. And it's just a matter of getting around to actually doing it. Braising the brisket. And yes, dear. And making the mayonnaise. And with the mayonnaise, making the Russian dressing. And baking the bread. And, the whole Reuben sandwich from scratch. Nothing in the world like it. It's something I've got to get around to doing. That's all. Tell you what, kids. It's coming on to 2 hours. So at the 2 hour mark, if you guys are okay with it, oh, okay. Skeptic says we may be able to coat our hands with some sort of omniphobic material. God, it sounds like a Republican. Oh man, but yeah, come the top of the hour. If you guys don't mind too terrible much, you're probably getting bored of me already. So we can start to wind down if that's okay. And I've got more that I would like to do this week. I'd like to do at least one more show, do a day in a life or something. And I know this has been more or less a day in a life, but you know what the hell. I don't know how you put up with me, but I'm glad you do. I really am. Um, Sweat with that coating. I no, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Scheiße, Scheiße, zu viel Scheiße. Es ist scheißvoll. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let Google deal with that one. Oh my. Tayo Korostu. Oh my. But yeah, it's what I can tell you. Um, oh look, it's all dark outside already. Well, it's almost 9 p.m. Yeah, another minute and a half or so, and it's 9 p.m. Um, it'll be interesting, and I've got enough. God, I've got enough to do in here to keep me busy. Um, it's still cluttered all over the place in here, and I've got to really straighten things out such that I can actually walk. I just managed to put the groceries away. Oh well, that is the way it goes. So let me tell you something, kids. If it's all right with you, I'd like to thank everyone who's here, and I'd like to thank everyone who's not here. I thank every one of you for coming by, and I can't quite fathom why you do it. But I'm happy that you do. I'm glad that you do. I'm grateful that you do. Um, I guess I'm just so good at self deprecation that I really don't see a reason for anyone to come by. But those of you who do, those of you who are here, are greatly, greatly appreciated. You keep me going. I keep saying it, and you do keep me going. Um, and as long as you keep coming by, and as long as you keep wanting me, and as long as I'm alive, I guess I just keep doing this. And my gift to you, for what it's worth, in appreciation for your gifts to me. It's great. It really is. Thank you. Every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to say it. And until next, which, between now and Sunday, I'm going to be on at least once more. And thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.